Welcome back to another Sunday prep day. If you're new here, every Sunday I do my mise en place for the week, so that means cutting my veggies and preparing some things that take up a bit of time. So today, in addition to my veggies, I'm gonna do some pork belly. I'm gonna make a stock, and I'm gonna do some ribs. And what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna make a curry paste. So right here, I just have some chard for some salad. Normally I just buy some spring mix, but they were out, so I'm just making my own salad. So chard, one leaf has not been cut super fine. And then I have this, what do you call this, Ololo Rosso, I think it is. So I'll just cut that as well. So yeah, let's go over the menu. Tonight, well, first lunch. For lunch, I'm just gonna do a sandwich. It's that easy, because I am diabetic. So I had to cut carbs, and I only eat carbs for lunch one day a week, or well, the weekend. So usually Saturday as well. So, but yeah, that just means that Sunday is sandwich day. So, and then for dinner, I am going to make some ribs with some potatoes. And what else am I gonna do with that? I'm just gonna have some green beans on the side, I think. So I'm just cutting up some cucumber for my salad as well. On Monday, Meatless Monday, for lunch I'm gonna do a salad. That's why I have the salad and a cucumber, and we're gonna cut some peppers as well in a moment. And then for dinner, I'm gonna make a vegan curry with lentils and chickpeas. So, now speaking of chickpeas, I actually need to soak some. So, before I forget, let me go grab some. So yeah, I'm just using some dried chickpeas tomorrow, but I need to soak them. So, because otherwise they kind of stay hard when you try to cook them. So, set that aside. And we will continue with the prep. So yeah, curry, that's what I'm gonna make the curry paste for. I'm gonna make a bigger batch, I usually do, so I'll have another curry like next week, maybe with some chicken or some fish, or we'll see next week. So cucumber, let's do some mushrooms, because I'm gonna do some ramen. So I want to have some mushrooms in my stock. I'm just gonna cut them up roughly to get as much flavor out of it as possible. Let me get a bigger one. So that's just for some flavor. I have some dried mushrooms too. I'll just add those as well before I forget, because they're going in at the same time. And while I cut up some celery, let's go on to Tuesday. I'm just going to cut this rough, by the way, for the stock. On Tuesday for lunch, I'm going to do a stir fry with chicken, and to keep it low carb, instead of something like rice or noodles or something like that, I'm just going to use broccoli as the base. So celery goes in with the mushrooms, because that's all for the stock. And then for dinner, Taco Tuesday, so I'm going to do some tacos. I'm going to do pork belly tacos. Let me get some carrots. So I still have some roasted salsa that I made last week, so I'm going to use that. And I'll use some of the salad to go with it as well. And then Wednesday, for lunch, I am going to do, a couscous salad with some chicken skewers. Then we are on Wednesday. Oh yeah, Wednesday for lunch, some pork belly again, because I'm making a big thing of pork belly. So I'll have some pork belly skewers, I think, with some edamame or some green beans. I don't know. Kind of depends on how I season it. If I go like Asian style, I'll do some edamame with it. If I decide to go another route, like maybe I'll use some of the roasted salsa. Then maybe I'll do some green beans. Yeah, we'll just see. I just like having my ingredients ready, but the actual flavoring, I'll just decide that on the day to keep it a little bit variable. So, actually, let me do one more carrot for the stock. So yeah, Thursday or Wednesday lunch was the pork belly. Then for dinner, the couscous salad. Thursday, I'm going to do another broccoli stir fry. For stir fry is one of the things I'm cutting these carrots finely for. And then Thursday for dinner, some more pork belly, in this case with some ramen. So when I make the pork belly, I'm going to use the braising liquid as a stock. So that is going to be the base for my my ramen. So then Friday for lunch, I actually changed that last minute. I was going to do some salmon patties, but the ground salmon they had on sale, they were out, so just got some tuna steaks. I'm going to do that with some green beans or broccoli, or yeah, I'm doing a lot of broccoli this week because well, it was on sale last week and I bought like a whole bunch of it, so I'm just working my way through it. And broccoli is a excellent low carb option. You can do a lot of things with it. I can turn it into some wraps, or maybe I'll do because the wraps you can also use as like a really low carb like pizza base. Could do that as well. Yeah, that sounds like a good option. So yeah, and then for dinner on Friday, because I do fish Fridays, I just have some fish that's already breaded in the freezer. So I'm just gonna have that with I have green beans, I have broccoli. What else? I have some spinach probably in the freezer. Oh, a couple of things I can try. So. Okay, 1/2 of this red pepper I'm cutting into strips to go on my salad. And the other half I'm going to cut fine for the stir fries. So cut it one way, turn it 90 degrees, cut the other way. Okay, that can go in this container. And then I have a red pepper, and I'm going to do exactly the same. Cut 1/2 into strips for my salad, and the other half fine for the stir fries. And next up, some chilies for the stir fries. So I'm not going to bother de-seeding them. I'm just doing an orange, a green, and a red just for color. And then I have a couple of whole chilies here. I'm just gonna cut the tips off. And then just cut them in really coarse pieces just to help the food processor out, because these are gonna go in the curry paste. And if you haven't watched my videos before, I always do all my veggies first, And then I prep anything else I need to prep. So if you want to see the curry paste, just keep watching as I'm adding veggies, but I'm not gonna put it on the food processor until after the veggies are done. So yeah, for a big batch, just like 5 chilies, something like that. Yes, fine. I also here have some stems from cilantro that I saved from last time. That's gonna go in there. And I'm gonna do some ginger and some fresh turmeric. So yeah, let me just grab some gloves because turmeric stains your hands really bad. And let me just get this peeled. And just like the chilies, I'm just going to give them a rough chop, both the ginger and the turmeric, to just help the food processor out. Because it will go down a lot quicker. Alright, let's throw that in there as well. And then I have a whole bunch of shallots that I've already peeled, so I'm going to throw those in. And like I said, this is a big batch of curry paste. Some garlic, I already peeled them, so I'm going to throw in a couple of cloves. And the rest of these cloves I'm just going to cut nice and fine to go in the stir fry. There we go, and I still have a few whole cloves that I'm going to throw in with the stock. And then speaking of stock, I have a regular white onion here that I'm just going to cut quite rough to throw in the stock as well. And then here I have a red onion, then cut into half rings for things like the stir fries. Next up, some leek. I'm just going to cut the end off. Also for the stir fry, actually I'm just going to use the white up for the stock. So let's get that in there. Yeah, that's enough for 1 or 2 stir fries. And then just quite coarse, just cut the white part up. And that goes in with the rest for the stock. Yeah, let's do some broccoli. Just cut some florets off. I'm saving the stem because I like using those for things like, what do I use that for? Like broccoli rice, or I turn the rice into low carb wraps. So I'm just cutting the broccoli a little smaller for the stir fry. Then here I have some green beans. So I'll just top and till those real quick. I already said I'm going to use that in a few meals. I still have some already cleaned ones in the fridge as well. These are just left over from last week, so I want to use them up. And then some parsley. And that's going to go in the couscous salad. That's probably enough. I just want to get that nice and fine, so just bunch it up tight and just cut it. I'll just run my knife through, get as fine as I can. And then I have these little cherry tomatoes that are going to go in the curry. I'm just going to cut them in half just so they break down easier when I cook them. And then last but not least, for cutting stuff, I just have a pineapple, so I'm just going to twist the head off. I'm just going to have this cut up, so if I feel like some fruit or a snack, I can just munch on that. Cut the head off, the tail. And just work my way around. Okay, cut it in half, then a quarter. Cut the little heart out. And just cut them into chunks. And that is done. I'm just going to do a quick little cleanup, and then I'll be back to do the pork belly, the ribs, and the curry paste. Okay, I just preheated my Ninja Foodi on saute, so I'll add a bit of oil. And I'll throw in all my veggies. So I have onion, garlic, carrot, dried mushrooms, fresh mushrooms, some leek, and some celery. I'm just going to throw that in. And I'll add a bit of salt. So while that sautés, I'm just going to make a rub for the ribs. So I'll do some salt, some brown sugar, onion powder, garlic powder, some black pepper, some cumin, a bit of cayenne, and some smoked paprika. So I'll just coat these ribs with that. Every nook and cranny, nice and covered. So I'll just put those in the Ninja Foodi. So yeah, I just have to use both my Ninja Foodis. So those go in. Add about a cup of water. The pressure cook lid, make sure the valve is closed, and turn it on pressure high for, I'll do 30 minutes. So that can go. In the meantime, I'll just give the vegetables a stir. Fresh pair of gloves on, or at least one glove. And then I can score my pork belly. So I'm just scoring the skin. crisscross, and then cut it the other way. Okay, there we go, nice crisscross. Now that the vegetables have gotten some color on them, I'm just gonna add some water. And I'm gonna put in my pork belly skin side down, rested on top of the vegetables. And again, pressure lid on, make sure the valve is closed, and I'll set this for an hour. It's not that big of a piece. Let's do 50 minutes. And let just pressure cook as well. So while I'm waiting for those, I'm quickly gonna grab my food processor. So this is the curry paste. Again, I'm making a big batch, and just a reminder, cilantro stems, shallots, garlic cloves, chilies, fresh turmeric, ginger. I think that was it, yeah. So let's just blitz this up. If that is done, I just need to transfer that to a different container in a moment. And there's just one thing left for me to make. So I'm gonna make some venison jerky. So I need some Worcestershire sauce, some soy sauce, a bit of honey, some onion powder, garlic powder, a dash of cayenne, and some black pepper. So I'm gonna make sure everything is mixed up. And the easiest way is to do a plastic bag inside a container. Okay, and then here I have some sliced venison. That's nice and lean. So I'm just gonna throw that all in. So I'm just gonna mix that all up. And that can sit in the fridge for a couple of hours before I throw that in the Ninja Foodi to dehydrate. I need to wait for this to finish anyway, so that just gives that some time to marinate. So you won't see me do this in the dehydrator, but it's literally just put it in and set it on for a few hours. So I'll just do that, and then I will put that in a glass container so it doesn't stain the plastic, and I can store that in the fridge for probably like 2 weeks. So I'm going to use some tomorrow and the rest sometime next week. But yeah, let me do that, and then when I next see you, the pork will be all done and I'll wrap up the video. So that is everything done. I have my ribs here. Tonight I'm just going to put a little bit of barbecue sauce on and then air fry that for a couple of minutes. And then my pork belly, when I'm going to use that, I'm going to slice a piece off, put that in the air fryer, get it nice and crispy, because you know that skin is going to crisp up really nice. And then slice it into smaller pieces and serve. And then this is the braising liquid from the pork belly. I just strained out all the solids, and that's going to be the base for my ramen. I'll add some chili oil, some miso paste, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's it. I can have lunch or dinner on the table in minutes now. So I do this kind of video every single Sunday, and about once a month I post a video where I take everything that I've prepped, and then you see me make my lunches and dinners and all that stuff. So I actually posted one last Friday from everything that I prepped last Sunday. So check it out if you're interested. But yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, and until next time, bye for now.